Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nina Elise and I am a mindset and manifestation coach and a certified somatic breathwork practitioner. And I help people navigate through life transitions. So whether you are feeling stuck or anxious or overwhelmed, I help you as you journey your way to creating your dream life. Today, I'm going to dive into somatic breathwork and how it has been such a game changer for me. This is such a powerful tool that I have used with myself and with my clients. And as a coach, there are so many different modalities that you can work with and use to help you peel back layers as you journey through this crazy life. And somatic breathwork is one of the most powerful tools that I have found to help you when you are feeling stuck or dealing with emotions or trauma in your life. So when I work with people, there are generally different layers that you can work with. So sometimes we have subconscious blocks, so that's on a mental level. Sometimes we have energy that's stuck in the body, so I generally recommend yoga or movement. And we also have the emotional aspect where we have emotions that may be stuck or stored in our bodies, whether it's through trauma or not being able to process or release things that have happened in our life, and that is generally happening on a physical level. And so each person is so different. So somatic breathwork is the tool that I use for people to reconnect with their bodies and to release processed trauma. So if you think about our human bodies, we are made up of 70% water, and water holds memory. So if you think about that, we are holding so much memory in our bodies. Our cells are holding onto memories from our past and most likely from our ancestors, and they're just buried deep within our genetics that we've been carrying that we may not even be aware of. So if you're dealing with things like chronic health issues or anxiety, this is a beautiful, beautiful tool that can help you begin to recalibrate yourself and your nervous system to release any memories that you are holding on to in your body that are no longer serving you. The breath is what gives us life, and that is why it is such a powerful tool, because you are using just your breath when you use somatic breathwork as a way to move energy and emotions through and out your body. It's incredibly empowering because it is just you and your breath. So what is somatic breathwork? Somatic means of the body, and breathwork is a tool that you can deeply connect with your emotions and your physical body, helping you release stored emotions in your body and create profound shifts in your mental and your physical well-being. So the type of breathwork that I'm going to be sharing with you today is a little bit different because there are so many types of breathwork that you can do. In this video in particular, I'm going to be sharing somatic breathwork, which is a way to regulate your nervous system and release stored trauma and help with chronic health issues or anxiety or different emotional issues that you may have going on. So I did my certification with somatic breathwork, and I chose them because they have a very unique system of regulating the nervous system and merging science with emotional healing. This type of breathwork is incredibly intentional, and there are modifications that you can use at any time during your session. So if you want to do a 10-minute session, 30-minute, or an hour, there are different ways that you can do this breathwork that are catered to what feels best for you and your body and what you need. And what I love about somatic breathwork is that it brings you back into your body. So if you think about how most of us are going about our days where we are just constantly in our heads, we aren't necessarily dealing with our emotions, or we're not even aware that we're not dealing with our emotions, and we begin to stuff them down, and we're not really paying attention to what is happening in our physical bodies until we get sick, or we have chronic health stuff going on, or we start to develop anxiety or different things going on with our mental health, and we wonder why this is happening or what's going on. And through somatic breathwork, you are able to get out of your head and start to come back into your body to feel all those things that you've been ignoring, and eventually just allow them to release as you go through your breathwork sessions. Somatic breathwork is incredibly safe. There are some caveats if you have specific health conditions, which I can list below in the description, but for the most part, it is a very safe way for you to process emotions and deeply connect with your body. So in this video, I'm just going to describe a 1-hour breathwork session and what goes on during that session and how it's very highly beneficial for anyone who does it. So the way the session is set up is it's very intentionally cut up into two parts. So the first half, you are intentionally activating your sympathetic nervous system to bring things up to the surface. And while that might seem a little bit terrifying to some people where you're like, oh, I don't want to feel anything, it's one of those things where you have no idea what's going to happen. You might be laughing, you might be crying, whatever's going on. And the thing to remember with somatic breathwork is that it's all temporary. And so it's about an hour-long experience. The first half is one where you are going to be bringing things up to the surface with a specific type of breath in and out of the mouth. And this is a really beautiful time for you to give yourself permission to just fully release anything that you have holding in your body that you may not actually even be aware of. So I like to kind of compare this to if you had a rage room where you went into a room and you could just scream or laugh or like express yourself in any way where there are no cameras and you could do whatever you wanted in that room. This is what it's like to be in a somatic breathwork session with yourself, because it's just you and your breath. And when you give yourself permission to just fully let go and release and have absolutely no judgment towards yourself, it can be the most liberating experience of your life. So by giving yourself permission to release whatever is coming up, knowing that it is temporary, you are able to deeply connect with your body, have a more intimate experience that you may have never had before. And it can be incredibly healing for you depending on what is coming up for you. And the second half of the somatic breathwork session is you are switching your breath pattern to in through the nose and out through the mouth. And this is meant to intentionally activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is going to calm the heart rate down. This is going to take you out of a fight or flight state and begin to calm the body down. So the first half, you're bringing things up to the surface to be processed, to be felt, and to be released. And the second half is a time for you to give your body an opportunity to regulate itself. So for example, say you went through a traumatic experience earlier on in your life and you weren't able to express or feel certain things in that moment. And maybe you weren't able to cry or whatever was going on in that moment. But now in breathwork, you do have that opportunity to express that in the first half. And so when you go into the second half of this breathwork session, now you are giving your body the opportunity to regulate itself where you didn't have that opportunity when you first experienced that trauma. That's why it's such a beautiful way to experience breathwork, because you are deeply connecting with your body so that you're releasing what you're holding on to, and now you are essentially calming your body down so that it's no longer going to be a trigger for you, or you're not going to hold that trauma or that tension in your body. You are essentially teaching your body how to be chill and to be calm. So there have been so many studies on this type of breathwork, and a lot of the benefits include reduced stress, better sleep, improved digestion, huge reduction in anxiety. And from an emotional perspective, it's releasing stuck energy, releasing generational issues that you may have had stored in you that you weren't even aware of, and also finding clarity in life transitions or things that you feel stuck in. So breathwork is a way to just clear out all this clutter that you weren't even really aware was going on inside your body. So my personal experience with breathwork has been so profound. I used to deal with chronic health issues with digestion and anxiety. I was highly emotional, highly reactive, and I just didn't know how to deal with my emotions because I was never able to process trauma or things that happened in the past, and I was never taught how to actually regulate myself. So going through this specific type of breath work has allowed me to basically reclaim my sanity and my connection with my body so that I feel more calmer, I'm not super anxious all the time, and I know how to manage and work with any stress that comes up in my life. I've worked with so many different clients who have had such profound experiences, whether they had some sort of visualization come through or they were able to connect with somebody on the other side. And there are people who had complete moments of bliss and clarity and connection with themselves. And I've also had clients where they felt like they got clarity on an issue that they were working through. I even had clients have experiences where they were dealing with emotions that had been passed down to them from generations in their family. And with the breathwork session, they were able to clear through that, release those patterns, calm their nervous systems in their body and create so much more freedom and space within their body and their lives. So there are a lot of different ways to experience somatic breathwork. So in the beginning of the video, I mentioned that you can do 10-minute or 30-minute or hour-long sessions. If you want to just dip your toes into somatic breathwork, I will share some videos below for a few videos that you can give it a try in the comfort of your own home. It's very gentle, it's very safe, and it takes just 10 minutes. If you're ready to experience the full session of this breathwork, I would love to guide you through a session. You can book a personalized session with me via Zoom, and I will share the link in the description below. Your healing is really just one breath away. If this resonated with you, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment below any questions that you may have about somatic breathwork, or if you'd like to share your experience as well, I would love to hear. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video.